fa kifi da suya, and then take away shawarma. Lately sun zo da bindiga, na ji haushi sai na tashi.
Alhaji, it has not got into this now, please.
Kai, I have an international call. Let me fuck my call. Just come at the moment. Kai, what is your uncle? Did I say not to call your uncle? Kai, what is your brother? Do I look like a senior brother? Daddy, who's your sugar daddy? Did I tell you to delete the number? Kai, am I your father? Now me bring your comfort aqua. All sugar daddy return to bed. I repeat, all sugar daddy return to bed. Woman down, over. Like I copy. I'm coming now, my father. Like I'm not just coming back to bed. I'm going back to my village. Like I'm going back. Like they not jauta, not grauta. I'm level.
Jugglings on the mix.
99.5 Wish FM, Nigeria Business Radio.
And you might see the evolution of STANSLIM on all your TV stations everywhere. It's even on Atlantic Television Network, all over the world, all over Nigeria. You name it, you see him on your screens, you hear him on your radio. Alhaji Bring, right here, live in our studios, 99.5 Wish FM, Nigeria's business radio. Alhaji Nagode.
Oh, thank you very much for coming
out. All right, STANSLIM ODOGWU is right here in the studio. STANSLIM, you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Let me stick to what I know, because I don't know what Nagode means.
Thank you.
I'm shooting myself in the foot.
Nagode means thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
Welcome. And so let's talk about Alhaji Bring.
Yeah, wow.
All right. Your latest entry into the music industry. I tune to various TV stations. I see this video, and I wondered, how come I was not let in into this whole goodie the package that you brought out. But again, I'm glad we have you right here in the studio, so I can ask you all the questions. You've been in the music industry for a very long time.
Yeah.
All right, over a decade. And
more than counting,
running into 2 decades doing music. All right. So, what inspired Alhaji Bring?
Okay. People of Port Harcourt, I greet you now. Alhaji Bring is actually a story. Alhaji Bring is the character.
Okay.
Of a man that came in from Abuja to Port Harcourt in search of a greener pasture, and was looking for love. You understand? Met a girl in 100 level. That was the first verse. Showered her with love, dollars and the rest. Paid the school fees, paid the house rent, palliative. She saw that this Alhaji is really bringing, and they like, when she got home, like, uncle, guess what? Tomorrow is my birthday. Just for that statement, he got angry. I was like, she now called him uncle. He said, Kai, who is your uncle? Did I tell you not to call me uncle? He said, brother, nah. I said, Kai, who is your brother? Do I look like a senior brother? He said, daddy, who is your sugar daddy? Didn't I tell you to delete the number? Kai, am I your father? Let me bring you coffee, Then it was like, he was done with her, like, because of the demands and all of that. Now met another girl. This one was a final year student, thinking, okay, this one is going for NYC, and this will be more reasonable but more matured. Okay. It was having a government function. He had to just collect number hurriedly and left. And I called her out for a date. To be shocked, she came with 2 friends, 2 escorts.
Oh, really? Okay.
And they came. They want to eat everything on the menu. In fact, they ate virtually everything on the menu with them. The takeaway was shawarma. got angry and formed like he had an international call.
I
They
love
had
the
to
arena.
zoom, and they were now calling him. He left them there. They were now calling him. I was going to pay for the bill. Uncle, say, "Kai, who is your uncle?" you know, it's a movie. It's off a new EP I'm bringing out, 5-track EP.
Okay.
This happened to be my first EP. I have 3 albums that I've dropped previously. This is a 5-track EP. This is one of the song of the EP, which is titled Alhaji Bring the movie.
Okay.
You understand?
It encapsulates everything you represent. Meeting you in person, a lot of people get this misconception that you are an Hausa guy or maybe a Fulani guy because of your accent, because of the character you portray
Okay.
in Alhaji Bring, and in so many other skits that I've seen you do. All right, so let's demystify that misconception now. Let's
Okay.
break it down so that people can understand. What part of Nigeria are you from?
Okay, I'm from Imo State.
Really?
Yeah, I'm from Imo State.
No, not really.
Yeah, I'm from Imo State.
Okay. This sounds interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I grew up in Kaduna State.
Aha.
I grew up in Katy. I did my primary school, nursery, primary, secondary school in Kaduna. I did my first degree in Minna, Niger State.
Okay.
So over time, I've stayed, Abuja and Minna is not that far. So most times, I spend time in Abuja. I've stayed in Nasarawa. I've stayed in Jos.
So you
I've stayed in
practically
Kano.
grew up in the north.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So that inspired.
My parents are even staying in the north. They stay in
till
Kaduna.
this
Yeah,
moment.
yes, moment. They stay in
Okay.
Kaduna State.
Sorry, I asked. But it's been on everybody's mind. The people who listen to you get confused. Oftentimes get confused. Your name is STANSLIM or ODOGWU, and you have an Hausa accent. The character you portray, rather, have an Hausa accent. So it gets confusing. So I wanted us to put it plainly so that people can understand and not get confused anymore.
Yeah, in fact, hearing the name STANSLIM before, you can't even really place it. My surname is actually ODOGWU.
Okay.
May so rest in peace. The label I used to be on when I was in Benin, owned by Felix Liberty's elder brother, talking about Lucky Liberty. Shout out to Lucky Liberty, based in America. When Majek Fashek was recovering, then he had some issues. When he was recovering, his health-wise, he was supposed to be on that label, so he needed to go for some rehab. So at the point, there was a song we were supposed to do together, I Am Majek Fashek. So we just got talking, and the rest, when we rehearsed the song and all of that, it was like, what's my name? Assistant, it was like, what is STANSLIM? See, don't I have native name? All that. I said, actually, my surname is ODOGWU. He said, hey, put ODOGWU. That there's a blessing that comes with surname.
Okay.
He said for him, for example, his Majek Fasheke. Fashek, you understand? Fasheke, that's where the Fashek came from,
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
so he told me there's a blessing that comes with that I make sure I stick. So it was from then I had to add ODOGWU. So most time, from my first record, you're going to see STANSLIM.
Yes.
You can understand. So it was the last album that I dropped, 22 tracks, November last year, after the reset mechanism, talking about the pandemic. It was titled that you see ODOGWU, STANSLIM ODOGWU. Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about how you manage the split personality. 1 minute you are Alhaji Bring, the next minute you're STANSLIM. How do you manage that? How do you reconcile both?
Oh well, it's just like scripting, and just like if you know the guys that code, the JavaScript and all of that. It's like scripting. Your ability to enter character, like I can enter so many characters.
Okay.
You understand? I can act like an Igbo man. I can act. So it depends what the script says. From time immemorial, I've been doing the hip hop, the classic, the English. You want to speak the English more than the. I just said.
The owners of English.
Yeah, I said I want to try something. It's an experiment. I've had some song in Igbo. I sang throughout Igbo, like Osongi in my second album. Some song like that, like you know. I was like, what can I really do differently? Like in architecture, there's what is called case studies. You do 2 foreign case studies, you do 2 local case studies. So I now applied it. I was like, okay, what can I do in this region? What is, I notice most times when I speak Hausa, people turn and look at me. There's this uniqueness about, okay, somebody that is from the East and speaking Hausa language and speaking it fluently. You understand? Because even to some extent, my Hausa is competing with my Igbo, so to say, because I know a lot of idioms in Hausa language, and phrases. So I said, let me try something different. And, when I produced this beat, the first song I produced in my studio, it was a self-produced song. It was coming. In fact, the tune came around past 12. They're about, Uncle Kai, who is your uncle? I say, okay, like that, before, the first verse came out that night. So at the point when I was recording, the other verse came out,
Wow.
So it's, so I've known, if you've listened to most of my songs, starting from Izibune and the rest of them, if you notice, I write like I'm a painter. I paint, I write. In fact, Izibune has 3 verses. Those times you write rap 3 verses.
Yes, back in the day. Yes.
Yeah, we write 3 verses, 16, 16, 16, if you can't kick 16 or 20 bars, like, that's why when this guy sang, he thinks I used to born 16, Terry, or you're boss 16, I think in Vince, when you can boss 16, you say, okay, yeah, man, this guy is good. You understand? So I just tried it, and it was like, I was not wondering, what is it that now that I'm doing something playful, unlike those times I want to write, I want to check simile. Most times I have to check the dictionary. I have to, but this is what I'm just doing playfully. I think that Alhaji Ibrahim is the most easiest song I've ever written in my life.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very.
And you did it seamlessly.
Yeah, did it like I was myself.
It was just joking.
Yes. And
all right, so let's jokingly slip into the Alhaji Ibrahim character.
Okay.
From now on, at least the next few minutes.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. So tell us about your music journey so far, from when you started till this moment.
Kaito, okay. Na gode jama'a. Kana ji ko ai na fara tuntuni 1998 ko na fara daga Kaduna. I started from the north. Okay. Even the Bible says European nut. So the na fara I was in the choir, ka gane ko. I was in the choir, I was the choir mister. Lokacin da na shiga choir, I wanted to ringa buga piano with piano ya lalace, the piano got spoiled. As the piano got spoiled, I started singing Terna. Terna, you understand? We sing some musician, we call it sopranotation, because I'm a Catholic by background growing up.
Okay, you're Catholic. Okay.
So this Gregorian chant and everything. That's why I see most of my stuff have accidentals and minors. You understand? So then after I was always doing it. Then I now met a prom. When I saw prom, I work in, I work in some prom. Then that's how my prom. His name was Gestil. He's my barber. Anytime he's barbing, he's always playing Dr. Dre Chronics. He's always bumping and he always rapping. I said, God, concentrate now. Anytime you're barbing me, is it the time you're gonna be doing this stuff? He said, don't worry, they say we should start a group. Like that, we do the center bar. He said, okay. Then